The rise and fall of ancient empires. From city-states to conquerors' introduction, humanity's first step toward empire-human civilization began not with empires, but with scattered tribes surviving on hunting and gathering. But around 10,000 BCE, the Neolithic Revolution changed everything. In places like Mesopotamia and the Nile Valley, humans learned to farm, settle, and build the first permanent communities. This shift gave rise to the world's earliest cities, independent political units, built around agriculture, religion, and emerging leadership. From these humble beginnings came the world's first great empires. But why did they rise? And just as importantly, why did they fall? Here, the Sumerians built city-states like Ur and Ur, developed writing, and introduced organized religion, government, and early forms of law. Chapter 1. The First Civilizations. Its centralized rule under Pharaoh's monumental pyramids and rich mythology created one of the most stable ancient civilizations, lasting over 3,000 years. In East Asia, ancient Chinese dynasties began forming near the Yellow River, planting the seeds for later empires. Hieroglyphics recorded religious rituals, trade, and history. But as these civilizations grew, so did the desire for expansion and the Age of Empire began. Athens fostered intellectual growth through figures like Socrates and Plato, while Sparta prioritized military strength. Unlike many empires, it allowed conquered peoples to keep their customs and religions, which helped maintain peace across vast distances. Innovations like the royal road and standardized coinage helped knit the empire together. Though often in conflict with each other, the Greeks united against the Persian Empire during the Persian Wars. After witnessing the horrors of war, Ashoka converted to Buddhism and ruled with principles of compassion, justice, and nonviolence. An extraordinary pivot in ancient imperial history. Han rulers promoted Confucian values, built roads and canals, and opened the Silk Road, connecting China to the West for trade and diplomacy. The Fertile Crescent in the Middle East, particularly Mesopotamia, is often called the cradle of civilization. To the west, Egypt rose along the Nile. Meanwhile, in the Indus Valley, cities like Mohenjo-daro and Harappa showcased advanced urban planning, including sewage systems and uniform architecture. It had a centralized bureaucracy, a large professional army, and an economy supported by agriculture, taxes, and trade. The Han encouraged scholarship, created the civil service exam system, and developed key inventions like paper. All these societies shared common traits: control over agriculture, a religious ruling class, early forms of writing, and a clear social hierarchy. After the fall of the Han in 220 CE, China entered a long period of division. Their roads, aqueducts, and public buildings remain marvels today. Empires don't typically die in a single day, they rot from within while facing pressure from without. These ancient civilizations laid the foundation for many aspects of modern life: written language, legal systems, government, philosophy, art, and religion. In a world still shaped by the past, the lessons of these empires are more relevant than ever. Roman law influenced legal systems across Europe for centuries. During the Pax Romana, not 200 years of relative peace, Rome connected 3 continents: Europe, Africa, and Asia. Chapter 2. The Classical Powers. The Classical Era, from roughly 1000 BCE to 500 CE, saw the rise of powerful states that spread influence far beyond their borders. Ancient Greece gave us democracy, philosophy, and epic literature. City-states like Athens and Sparta dominated the region. Invasions by Germanic tribes and the Huns destabilized its borders. In 476 CE, the Western Roman Empire officially fell, though the eastern half survived for another 1,000 years. The Persian Empire, founded by Cyrus the Great, stretched from the Indus River to the Aegean Sea. India's Maurya Empire, under Ashoka the Great, became one of the largest in South Asia. In China, the Qin dynasty first unified the country, but it was the Han dynasty that truly set the foundation for imperial China. Chapter 3. By the 1st century BC, 2 empires stood at the top of the ancient world: Rome, in the west, and Han China, in the east. Rome began as a republic, before transitioning into an empire under Augustus. The Romans excelled in engineering, law, and governance. Across the world, Han China mirrored Rome in many ways. Both empires managed vast territories, promoted culture and science, and struggled with the challenges of size, bureaucracy, and internal divisions. Chapter 4. Decline and Collapse. No empire is eternal. Both Rome and Han China eventually collapsed under the weight of internal and external pressures: political corruption, over-reliance on slave labor, economic troubles, and constant warfare drained its resources. Rome's fall was a slow unraveling. Han China's decline followed a similar trajectory: peasant revolts, court corruption, natural disasters, and power struggles tore the empire apart. These collapses weren't sudden cataclysms, but gradual breakdowns. Conclusion. What empires teach us? The rise and fall of ancient empires is more than just a tale of wars, and rulers said it's a reflection of human ambition, cooperation, and vulnerability. Yet their downfalls remind us that power is fleeting. Prosperity can give way to complacency, innovation to stagnation, and unity to division. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this dive into history, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment what ancient empire you'd like to explore next.